bittersweet, exciting, proud of the lady that won, Lisa Ann Redd. Shout out to her. She's Miss Wheelchair Mississippi 2016. My advice to her would be to ask for help when needed. Don't try to do it all on your own. To connect even deeper with the people that you already know, for that to solicit events and appearances. To be professional and to give yourself the credit that's deserved. Kind of don't Debbie Down it like I'm just Miss Wheelchair, like I'm not Miss Mississippi, I'm just Miss Wheelchair. But give it the credit that it deserves. The dance was great and beautiful, and that was probably my favorite part, I think, to be a part of. I think often it was kind of a representation of how people with disabilities sometimes are not integral components of a community, because sometimes they don't, they're not part of dances, and we got the chance to dance and encourage other people to live life to the fullest. Well, whenever I do think about my favorite memories, so many things come to mind. Two of the things that come to mind, I think about the statewide meeting that I got to speak at here in this building. That was such a neat opportunity, and it comes to mind because of just kind of the adrenaline rush it gave. It was the largest audience that I had addressed, and so many connections were made that day. So much networking opportunities. So that comes to mind as a favorite speaking event in regards to the size of the audience and the networking. Another moment that comes to my mind is it was at the beginning of my reign, and I spoke at Lanier High School. And there was a young student that came up to me after and just said, "Can I give you a hug?" And I, absolutely, yes. I'm going to find out his mom is affected by disability. And just having that moment, like him just saying, "Can I give you a hug?" confirmed that I was where I was supposed to be, doing precisely what God had called me to do. My vision is for the church and organizations, both state and private, to work together to serve families affected by disability. I think that we have multiple needs as people. We have physical needs and spiritual needs. I think that's kind of what it boils down to. And so I think that these organizations, both private and state, kind of serve the physical, and then the church is the spiritual. And these families need both. They are exhausted. They are desperate. And so they need both. And I've met so many families who can't worship together on a Sunday morning. Or, they have to leave the child at home and then they get to go to church, or what have you. And when I did my internship, I did an internship in California about 3 years ago at Johnny and Friends, which is an international disability ministry. And there I learned God's view on people with disabilities. And in Luke 14 and in John 9, you see that Jesus created and he loves those with disabilities, and he wants the church doors to be wide open to them, no holding back. And so I think that the two need to come together so that families can have both their physical needs and their spiritual needs met. I think my vision is just the importance of seeing people with disabilities as just that, people with disabilities, seeing them as people first, and understanding that we all are affected by some sort of disability in one way or another, and understanding that people with disabilities have dreams and they have emotions and they have desires and goals, and they want to be loved and known just like all of us do.